got into mid-game, we got into some of the objective setups. That was Fnatic struggling a bit. And I feel like this comp tells us a lot about what they want to do. And again, it is some of those objective setups for this game.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Now spawn the family. That's all you need to get things started. Lince is now level 6 as well, by the way. Is the equalizer going to be used?
Yeah.
It doesn't really hit much, and now it's baited in. Lince is here for the reset, which should come so damn easy. Oscar in with no hope as the stun doesn't connect, though. Oscar holding on to Flash, he burns it, but there it's matched. Lince gets first blood, nevertheless.
I think he was holding Flash for that ultimate from Lince, but instead he just Flash auto attack, so the Flash wouldn't save him in that position. But you could see, the gang setup there was the equalizer missed. The cannon minion is
response play is going to come through. Hilly is getting sharded up. There's the ulti from Razork as well. The Ornn taking a while to die. No one needs to get the hit, but he's out of range. The dive not a success. The waves are hectic. But I mean, to be fair, it just shows the quality of this player. I mean, for Vitality, again, some of the star players.
It's all about peeling and front to back. With the Zinzao front line, the ulti can be so oppressive. As Lince's.
Sneaky, sneaky. Blast cone, pinky. Heartbreaker there. He's still going to root it up. Depth charge means the play continues. Meanwhile, top laners are fighting it out, but look at Lince's. He's just dead. Humanoid picks up the kill as now Photon, is he diveable with Kazi trying to help him out?
Kazi does have ultimate, so over the top could save him potentially. No ulti for Photon though. This looks kind of dangerous. TP from Vita.
Okay, TP is going to save the play, it looks like. Moving to the play itself.
I don't think Vitality want to fight at the moment because I feel like, oh, there's the TP.
Okay, never mind. They want to fight, but meanwhile, the 1v1 almost happens. The center ulti flies through. Hilly's now the new turn once again. Oscar is still in the danger zone. The equalizer burns him down. There's so many members down here trying to commit for it as a Heartbreaker is flashed away from an Oscar and is trying to do-si-do out, but Lince just stops him in his track.
No, it's gone, it's gone.
You know, this is what I just said, Aragon. I'm like, man, Aphelios with 4 grubs is also really nice, as meanwhile there's a playthrough mid. Teleport going to be burned out. Humanoid has to get out of here now as Kazi also gets a root down. Video helps out Hilly. He's going to burn him. He flashes, but to his death. Kazi picks up the kill. Now mid is under threat as well. And even though topside fights come up, as Video just pops on over around the Rift Herald. Aragon, I think we're going to fight around the Herald.
Yeah, Kennen does have Flash if he makes it up in time, but the Herald might be dying a little too fast.
I'm waiting for the grand entrance from Humanoid as he walks in. He's now level 11. Herald's patience is wearing thin as Lince comes in, but still, but unsuccessful. I now zoned away as the Shield of Duran zones. Justice punch out, but Call the Forge God is a train that misses its stop. Photon now looking to run in. He altered melee range, and he actually finds 2 for the stun, but Vitality, it ain't clean, and that equalizer is bloody brilliant. Oscar in and flies on in and is cooking him up for breakfast. I'll take this one to go, thank you. As Razor looks to the dive in himself, the hero's entrance separates and tears him through as Noah has got his own stop. I want a refund. I didn't get the train. I didn't get on it whatsoever, and I want my money back. Hilly is going to have to gear up because he's eventually going to die or at least get executed.
I mean, it's an absolute disaster coming in for Vitality here. The fight doesn't connect. Crucially, Photon with the flash doesn't find the engage because there's
I guess he's putting the pieces together, and we're seeing how Fnatic want to operate this composition in this game.
Absolutely. Engage coming down.
All the Forge God. Noah, is he fine?
Flash.
I mean, Kazi does a little bit of damage. A searing charge, he does flash away, but now Healy is in the middle of nowhere. No Bellows Breath means step charge connects nicely. He flashes regardless as Oscar burns him down. Vitality getting caught out in very strange.
I think Fnatic have done a really good job of using grubs, because what you're supposed to do with grubs is snowball so that you can test the 3rd dragon that the enemy team has been spawning.
Oh, hang on. Kick out again. Kazi might be in trouble. The shield is now down, and Humanoid's on him like a rock. He can't move. Noah picks up the kill exactly where you want the gold to go as he finally picks up his first, and Galio be able to be killed. You know, I guess you got a lot of you got burst that comes through on this team, but now with the Mountain Dragon and a soul on the way. In a very long time, Fnatic, those stats are going to start meaning more and more. That TP coming in, you cringed a little bit. You were not happy with that teleport, were you?
Yeah, it just feels like they're trying to force plays like here and there, you know, with
the answer was no.
Little rhyme or reason.
Like this? I mean, Hilly caught out searing charge there onto Noah. Photon far away. There's the center ulti as well. Video is denied. Razork with the cool moves as the depth charge is even cooler. Video caught out Photon with a great ulti, but again, exhaust was saved. It counters this little rat from an electric land beyond any unknown. Lince runs away, and Photon just can't see.
This thing needs to go there already. They do have blue trinket, but it hasn't been casted yet.
I mean, come on, Vitality. Times are wasting. Poke is there. Jun's zoning off. All they need is Noah. He is the savior, remember. as Jun now dredge lines in the equalizer. Perfect. Linces can't play the game. He's not unstoppable for long, and Baron held on for the time being. Call the Forge God at a numbers disadvantage now as Jun's the new target. At least they get the engagement. Baron's about to drop. Razok, wow! Just the most dangerous flip, it feels like, in with a LeBlanc's distortion. I can't believe Razok almost lost the Baron.
49 HP, that was close versus no jungler.
Yep.
But it just feels like Vitality. Every single play needs to be coordinated because your whole point of your composition is to single target burst to secure a Viego reset. But they just aren't. They don't have the damage to secure those resets.
I think this could be in. Teleport's coming in, and guess what? It's Humanoid, and in AoE land, he's going to be in heaven right now. Kazi and Hill are saying on the way out, and with the hero's entrance to follow up any kind of play, no blast going to get Vitality out of dodge. Kazi is about to die. Hilly might survive for now, but Vitality are all over the
into small poke trades onto Noah, and they eventually get him down low enough that Kennen can find some kind of crazy flank, but again, it's so difficult to play, and Linces, they need that reset.
They really do. Again, they haven't found it all game long. The equalizer zoning out. Kazi now in a lot of trouble. He's got no saving grace as Hilly tries to step in his way, but Noah picks him up before he can do anything else. To call the Forge God, he's going to ram and jam, but the hero's entrance just comes in with a big bam, and Humanoid says no again. 4 members of Vitality left standing, and with Baron at almost 25 minutes, this could be the cleanest game, the cleanest end we've seen in the LEC at the start of the split so far. As Jun takes up a turret shot, maybe I spoke too soon. Vitality healthy enough to send Fnatic away for another day.
They're just so tanky. Humanoid Razok.
Turret is going to be coming up, and with the gun choice for Noah with the range, that's it. We love our turrets falling as 7,000 gold now on the charge. You look at Video, he's not here. Fnatic just going to keep pushing in.
Yeah, no teleport flank either.
Call the Forge God going to miss as well. And that equalizer once again burning down the zone control. Insane from Fnatic. Hilly's dead. His ulti didn't achieve anything as they re-engage, and Video has to run away. Kazi unable to play the game. He had a good soul collection in the early game, but his range means nothing. It's not enough to pivot anything. Fnatic, I guess we didn't really see too much from it, did we? There's a lot of questions as Fnatic look to seal the deal now through the mid lane there, dotting the I's, crossing the T's, putting the weird dots over the U's that they have in Germany. I think it's ooh, how you sound it as ooh indeed. Hylissang is now dead. Goodbye to the support once more. 0 and 6, he's had a roughie. But I think Vitality as a unit we'll have to think about this one. Flash shielded Durand over the equalizer. Photon's ult not even given a chance to shine again. Jun saves the exhaust for the electric rat, as at least giving a reset over to Linces something, but the hero's entrance and exit now sends Vitality packing. We ask, can Vitality finally get themselves on the board? But when you are faced with an adversary like Fnatic, it's a firm no. A 3-0 finish to their first week of LEC Summer. Fnatic are sitting high.
And I've got to say, it's really nice preparation for Fnatic. This Galio pick has clearly been practiced, knowing that the blind LeBlanc will come out after a certain amount of bans.
True.
And it did so much work. It was so tanky in the side lane, making it super hard to play. And then in the team fights, you can't get a Viego reset because of the front line of the composition.
Unkillable, annoying, and always on the map. Humanoid with another beauty. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, though, you can vote for your Kia player of the game at LEC on X. Now, our options. Anything else that needs to be said?
It's rough. I think... Oh, there's it. I mean, it's two sides of the same coin. Right? It's the same, exact same champ.
Just less rage.
Yeah, I think both champions...
They're going to go for this invade. They also spot out that Ignar and Patrick are down here. But they're going to continue on because jungle camps are now spawned, and Juhan is zoned out a little bit as SK might have to think about this a little bit more. Jackie's is coming in. There's a flash away from Luon. They're still thinking about it, even with Jackie's hovering. But the Ignite, as it goes down, Isma tries to get his way. He doesn't. Juhan
really nice. For SK, it's pushing into their lane, and it's really not going to be a great trade for Patrick. Now, that looks like a dead Zeri on my screen.
Oh, it does indeed. Does it look like a dead Niski to you as well? Here he is, the Antonio making the gank known. Oh, no. First blood going to be given over, and it's the Antonio who picks it up. Excuse me, second, of course. But a second kill over to Giant X.
And it's just from Raw laning 1 versus 1. Wave down bot side that's crashing now, so maybe they're looking at a cross map instead of contesting these grubs, trying to find some sort of dive with the Lucian down bot and giving up those 6 grubs, but Isma.
He's going to turn this into engage, actually, as well. Embraces the chains as he goes golden, at least with the ultimate coming through. There's a return from Juhan. Isma dies. Niski doesn't have enough damage. It's an Azir in the early game with Mercs and a recurve bow. He gets charmed up, and Luon's ulti at max range won't hit Juhan anyway. Jackie's hits from range himself as Rahel. Now that's the damage that SK needed. He comes in, picks up one, and makes it an even trade. The 6 grubs, 3 apiece now. I think you were saying this morning it's rare to see that as Gianx are going to teleport down bot. But this is for the Antonio to try and find something with a wave pushing in.
This should be a dead irrelevant on my screen. He can get dove and read over if he wants to.
Lightning charge from Patrick at least helps out. The all out there to buy space, but the Antonio flashes away before he takes an extra turret shot, picks up a second kill. Dive successful as Niski now looks for the 1v1, but again, Azir only with an extra blasting one this time in the trade. It really couldn't it? I mean, I was saying the Antonio because he's got the ult and he's level 11 here. Irrelevant as he walks up with his ulti in hand, won't have the same impact, and Smite secures the Herald as they look for the charge. A one-man ulti gets knocked up. Juhan in return finds one, but a lot burned here from SK. Now to try and deny Jackie's. That was clutch. He flashes the store damage on this Rumble with Herald charging in to help him out.
So this Herald going to secure them prior into the river as well as a charge onto mid lane turret. That could convert into third dragon here.
Oh, it converts into a fight instead. Ignat steps up. He's dead. What a bubble. The setup from Luon and the counterplay massive is flashing forward for Isma to get the flail out, and Jackie's the swords luckily, but Gianx have lost a member again, and stepping forward, Juhan is caught out. He flashes but gets shuffled all the same. Niski is as smooth as you'd like, and the equalizer coming out later. It does great damage, but the fight's already done, and Gianx. By the way, I love the drawing.
That was so hard to multitask, actually.
It's okay. Last time I was allowed the teleprompter, I drew a smiley face, and ever since I have been distanced from it. Mid turret opens up as well. Gianx back towards about 1,000 for now. Antonio, all timing is great. Niski gets flashed on and solo kill. Okay, Antonio, I see you. Have a bit of an advantage as 5 members move through mid. No dragon up here on the bottom side of the map, and remember, it's just Baron sitting there, so SK on the right side for now. Cullen gonna come through. Juhan interrupts it though. Equalizer layered down perfectly. Patrick ultis over the side. Luon zones him out though, and Irrelevant hasn't died yet as Patrick has to flash on out of there. No kill has been achieved apart from Juhan dropping on down. SK sit as 5, and as low as it is, they still stand strong.
Giga Antonio isn't enough. They tried to layer the Rumble on top of the Vial and the Rakanal as well, thinking that it would make up for the Zeri discrepancy.
Build up to the Dragon stacking.
They see him.
TP, yeah, they do indeed. Niski spots him. The Antonio came in a bit early. He equalizes. Juhan trying to recover as well, but Rahel still isn't dead. They're using everything to kill him, and Jackie's finally completes the task, but SK are running forward with all their might, and Isma cannot be stopped, especially with a strange feathery man. Ignat chased to his death, and even though it looks like a good pick, it took so long to complete.
They finally find the play.
Is coming forward towards this Baron. Remember, that's been sitting there watching us for a while. No dragon for a while means all attention turns up towards the north. Niski ultis up, and it's Patrick caught out. Only the tip of the soldiers is all it takes.
Yeah, the shuffles are coming through now. They weren't so great in the early game, but recently the past 3 have been absolutely fantastic. Now they have a lot of Baron DPS. Niski does have 2 enough items. They have double crit, double attack speed item as well.
Teleport to bring him in. I mean, you can see Jackie's like, well, what can I get? I need inner turret in the bottom side for the trade to at least get some gold back. But Baron and a pick on Patrick, his first death in the game, a small opening, and SK exploit it.
This is always
the game's gonna end. If that's Sven, it's over.
But the long con flank is coming. They do have an Azir tower. This is not a good flank, I don't think. Unless they need the one-shot. Juhan, he can get turned on.
I mean, at least he's got flash available to try and make something happen. Gianx trying to wriggle into position as well around the dragon to stop the soul point coming through. Juhan not spotted out in the brush, but Isma's the one face checking. This Porky Pig doesn't care. The knockup comes through though from Ignat, but going golden, they buy some time. It's onto Irrelevant too. Happy to buy it out. The equalizer and the choke is still good. Niski's ulti is not, and over the wall. Antonio is cooking him alive. Niski still burning for his death. It somehow works for Gianx, and Niski just has to get on out. Jackie's looking for the chasers. Irrelevant now stuck in the middle. The all out over the wall to try and find Jackie's, and he does. It's Gasante moment. Irrelevant out for the pieces. Now Antonio comes through, but he's not even needed. Juhan cleans that kill up, and Dragon now exposed. Giant X, the resilience is there.
What a nice engage from Ignat. Now they're still looking at SK.
It's not done, is it? It's really not done. Flash and Ignite still up to try and steal a dragon. They won't succeed. Acro Prison not there either as Juhan is out of ulti. So the chase stops and
Knight's Vow was out of range, so the damage mitigation wasn't there. And you can see the burst that comes out from a LeBlanc with those W into Qs.
And I guess if we're getting a lot of bursts, we need to watch about things like Ignorance. The quickness gets popped up again. The ulti comes through. It's onto Luon. They find the support. Now there's no Baron here. No Baron for another minute. Up a little bit as well, thanks to the Bloodthirst as the equalizer. Now burnt too. Isma has to run away a little bit, and are they thinking about starting the Baron? Giant X are throwing the spanner.
I'm so surprised that SK didn't take...
Jackies does it. Luon's dead. Made me scream, wow. God, LeBlanc. What setup there? Numbers advantage now given out, and SK are walking in.
Numbers advantage. They could find the engage. Ignat is on the flank.
He's got flash as well. Aragon, he has flash, and Baron here might just be a bait, a ruse. Are they going to 50-50? Isma throws out the ulti. Juhan runs on in. Antonio shuffled away, but he goes Golden's quickness. Buys him a bit of time, but it's on to tanks. Antonio has to flash away. Niski is the damage dealer with Rahel. They're now playing it front to back. No! Giant X, you're giving it to them. SK have been set up to walk only forward. Irrelevant the tank. Niski, the absolute dank. And Jackies needs to get the hell out of there because frankly, Giant X can't win this fight anymore.
They find the combo. You could find the picks. It really depends on how well Niski and Rahel can play safe. As
execution like this, Juhan walking in, Niski finds him. Jungler down, I mean, is he going to? The tidal wave follows through. They need the damage eventually. They're finding the quickness there as well. The equalizer makes the play turn around. Niski goes golden to buy himself some time, but as the redemption comes through, he's still alive. Juhan had no business walking into this top side with Baron up and available.
Patrick is absolutely one-tapped, and now they're going to lose Baron for 2 people rather than 1.
A massive mistake from the new member. Remember, Peach died for this. Can't find it, and look at the sustain with Bloodthirster and a fish as your support. It's easy as that, and Niski flies on in. The quickness is there. Ignat tries to buy time himself, but Niski going golden on the equalizer has to flash away. The ulti thrown out from Isma as well as Jackie still finds a kill. The flank is there from Juhan as well, buying time as Niski goes on in, re-engages but doesn't find the kill. Giant X defends successfully. Juhan,
he can dash forward. He can do absolutely anything he wants. I think this might be rough. This might be a really tough base defense.
Okay, let's see how they handle it. There you go, Hexed Exalt chains through Juhan's damage, and the poke from Rahel was too much. Now onto the Nexus turret. He steps forward with a rapid fire cannon, and for SK it's been so hard done as Ignat tries for the miracle flank, but now onto the tank. It means nothing. At least Luon dies though, giving Giant X another window to shine. Jackie's at half HP, threatens the advancement as Niski tries to stand his ground, with SK now looking for another way.
The flank on the side. The Nami is down, so no bonus damage for Rahel.
But he has no equalizer. He's in the heat zone. I mean, he's in the danger zone. Juhan is looking for a target over the wall. Patrick is there as well. Irrelevant doesn't care. The Antonio is running into Isma. He goes golden, which is great. Irrelevant, though, drags over Patrick. And Cassandre almost does it. But meanwhile, as Ignat jumps on in, the problem is that Niski is still alive. Rahel is still alive. And SK's chances at 3-0 are still pretty much alive.
And it's just too much. The scaling in the front to back is just too much. They had such a nice fight with the charm dragging Nami over the equalizer, but even 4 versus 5 versus this Soul is too much.
And we've got to start bringing the discussion to light. The new bot lane of SK. How far can it take them? That's 3-0 on the first week of the LEC. SK are playing their damn heart out.
And I think I'm just going to say they look like the best top bot lane in our league.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. I think just through the 2v2s down bot side, playing through the lane, Lucia and Nami now piloting these team fights. Phenomenal.
This Korean duo, I mean, they can play Lucian Nami, but I think as well, alongside Niski on his Azir, you can keep highlighting everyone, like, SK work better
CC than it is when they're trying to run away from you. Caps has been on point with it so far in LEC Summer. We'll see if he can continue that trend today. No real surprises from BD.
At most, while G2 can just hammer away on the turret, already 2 plays secured for themselves, and sure, G2 a small advantage in the bot lane, but still avoiding that laning phase for a while. Still, wait. Medic. Wow. I just complimented him for staying in the bush.
Yeah, well, that was a bit of a mistake there from Broken Blade. Just dies underneath the tower. We'll TP back in.
What?
Yeah, mistakes happen.
You know, for a moment I thought my eyes were like deceiving me. I saw this hamster running directly towards
He's dead again.
Medic.
Okay, well, positives. He held onto his flash.
It's a tactical death.
Yeah.
He's giving BDS false confidence right now.
Oh, Nuke pulled back here by the Grasping Maw. Cap's going to take a bit of damage as well. Mickey looking for the trade. Caps with a bit of a shield. Nuke has the flash. Can he jump away? Yike on his way. Can follow with the Vault Breaker flash here. Nuke holds it. Flash is just in time. Caps though with another Grasping Maw is enough. As
it looked like a completely controlled normal lane swap situation for a while, and then within 1 minute everything just turned to complete chaos. I absolutely love it. Oh, Shiro looking for the play on Caps.
But Caps is going to survive for a moment. Nuke comes in, explosive shot, another auto. Is that enough? It's 120 health. You have to get through it.
It was easy for BDS to clear it, move into the river, and they were never able to create a gap between themselves and Caps. Part of that definitely was the deep vision in their jungle that led to them being afraid of going for the play. But let's see.
Weaver's walled down. Hans Summer has to flash away from the seismic shove. Bailout not used yet. There it comes. Exhaust onto Hans Summer. Cleanse away. Mickey flashes away from it as well. Sheo locked up with the cease and desist. Lavrov trying to turn it back onto Hans Summer. Sheo the first to fall. Hans Summer low as well. He has the bailout. Yike falling though as Ice finds 2 and he's looking for 3. Get excited, BDS.
Holy
Mickey
jinx.
able to escape from it. Caps on his way to defend his support.
Wow, that was a good jinx.
And we'll see how effective it is as the game goes on. Drake up, and Mickey caught out. No flash on him, no hope for him to survive. Sheo takes the kill, and BDS likely going to look towards that dragon. Possibility of a dive, but they decided TP. G2 start up the Drake. I wonder if BDS might just be giving this.
I think BDS is essentially going to tell G2 that you can have Dragon if you want, but if you do, we're going to take your mid turret and we might even potentially threaten tier 2.
I mean, they don't even get the mid tower though. BDS a little bit odds and ends as the Rift Tower did come down, chunks it out a little bit. Hans Summer here on the front line. There's the spiraling despair on Sheo. Magnustorm comes in, Super Mega Death will find one as Caps falls first. The bailout coming out as the tower falls. Berserk onto Ice, he has to cleanse. Yike dashes in with the cease and desist and the Vault Breaker and he finds 2, but he gets taken out by Ice once again. Adam finds a good flank position as he finds another. Mickey forced away and all the time, Nuke has been pushing in top.
Ultimately, good macro from BDS. A little bit undecisive on the play, but despite that, G2, they got a little desperate. They knew Tristana
was placed very recently because of the timer on it. Broken Blade realizes Lavrov was waiting in the bush. He takes the Scryer's Bloom on his way out, but Lavrov's going to get chased down by Broken Blade. Slicing Maelstrom used as well. BDS have started up the Baron. Yike looking for that steal. Caps coming in from the side as well, and Mickey's there to join the fray. Lavrov keeping Broken Blade at bay with the exhaust going down. There's the bailout, hits onto Adam. The smite comes out from Sheo. Lavrov somehow still alive. Towards the top side, eventually goes down, but BDS will sacrifice their Rel, their knight in shining armor, to secure themselves a Baron. In Europe, and BDS were willing to take it now with the Baron for the next 2.5 minutes. Super Mega Death Rocket won't secure the Drake. 2 now to G2. BDS on their reset weren't able to get out.
Used for a TP flank. If BDS continues to push up mid, that's what I would expect to happen. They have to pull the trigger on the desperation play soon, or they're going to lose too much of their base.
And the problem for G2 is if you don't pull the trigger, you have double AD carries working their way through these towers, right? Spiraling Despair down on Sheo. He's down to half HP, but already the tower's gone. BB's still pushing in the top lane. Looking for that flank TP. It's still a possibility. Has the flash, has the slicing Maelstrom. First inhibitor falls as Ice steps up and Yike dashes back. BDS will get their second in here, but now G2 very much in the hole. 5k down, double inhibs have fallen. Broken Blade get a turret. G2 on the back foot, but we've seen them knocked to the mat so many times. They continue to get up. There's the Weaver's wall. Sheo separates. Hans Summer still has the flash. There's the TP immediately by Broken Blade. He's looking for the flank of the season assist on Ice. There's the slicing Maelstrom as well. Broken Blade pops the stopwatch, but Ice is able to get out of the slicing Maelstrom and now can start to open up. Nuke low. Adam 2, Ice tries to trade back in already. Sheo has fallen. Cap still on the chase. The damage from him is superb. The flank as well from Yike. Doesn't have that cease and desist, but can look to corral BDS into a much trickier situation. Cap's low on mana. Lavrov crashes to work his way back around.
Sneaky, sneaky.
You just go for Adam here? There's the handshake back, but can they kill Adam in time? Explosive cast comes down and Yike may have just overstepped. He's knocked back. Super Mega Death Rocket wide.
Me too, me too.
Anyways. Pulled back for the handshake. Feared up as well. LeBron might just die. Spiraling Despair. Despair it is for BDS as Caps gets his respawn. He's back here. They know Broken Blade's pushing in the bot lane. Have they cleared out behind them? Yes, no wards for G2 there. Broken Blade does have a teleport and will be looking for that flank position. Hans Summer puts a chunk down onto Nuke. There's the TP to the top side. The Baron was down to 6,000, but now heals up rapidly. G2 will restart it. They'll hold the aggro for now. Recall coming out from Nuke. He's got to teleport to rejoin the battle if he so desires. The Baron down to 8,000 as G2 start to melt through it. Sheo nowhere near this. The TP comes in, but that Baron's already down to 2,000 HP, and Sheo is dancing on the other side of the wall. The Baron secured by G2, flash away by Yike. Mickey might be sacrificed, but I'm pretty sure G2 will be damn happy with that. Mickey falls, G2 get out. Lebrov's still trying to chase forward. Spiraling Despair on him as Nuke gets the flank, but he's 1v4 right now. Cease and desist goes in as Nuke is locked up for a second, slicing Maelstrom as well, and Nuke is atomized. Sheo has to pop the subwatch to survive the onslaught from Caps, and G2 find one in response. Sheo dodges to the side of the Severing Bolt. The piercing arrow just tickles his heels, but doesn't quite land. Severing Bolt short again, as BDS should be able to retreat. G2 will be able to answer in time. The question is, I mean, do you send someone back and then try and respond? You have the Baron-empowered recalls. I was wondering if they just go for an all-out push through bot. That's what Broken Blade's doing. Caps retreats. Yike looks for a flank position. BDS get double inhibs. Broken Blade gets one. Adam has a TP, but G2 are going to try and stop the ports to make sure that Broken Blade has a bit of time with this Nexus tower. The recalls begin. I think Broken Blade will realize there's the TP from Adam. Should back away as that TP completes. Instead, he stays, gets one Nexus tower, pops the slicing Maelstrom, but no one has to get close enough to be locked up in it. Broken Blade will sacrifice his life for 2 towers and an team
fighting comp. You need to make sure you don't get TP flanked first and foremost.
Oh, that was a great Buster shot. Nuke steps back into the stun, but the stopwatch from Broken Blade will only buy him a second. That was
there's a Varus ult coming at you. You're going to be okay. Those two are going to shred anyone who's in front of them.
Baron has been started by BDS. Double AD carries on it now, and that is going to melt. G2 not contesting. There's the Baron. BDS get it, 40p immediately. Lebrov coming in as well. Broken Blade looking for that flank. Caps comes in, is hit by the zap. Nuke opens up on the turret. Crushing Maw is dodged, and the tower melts like butter as BDS continue to push forward. There's the redemption to heal up. G2 don't have the time to get back to the fountain and rejuvenate those health bars. The mid lane inhibitor, the first target for BDS. They'll get it. Ice gets excited, starts to step forward, steps away from the handshake. BDS get another inhib. Ice will get a little bit more excited as now the Nexus tower is the target. You can see the Bolt Breaker charged up by Yike. Another turret will fall. It's the Nexus, the first one to go down. The second, though, as Ice just dances around. Explosive cast coming out as Caps has to pop the stopwatch. He tries to flash in. The slicing Maelstrom gets on the backline, but Nuke again with a good buster shot will stop them in their tracks. Cease and desist on Ice will not be enough. He still has that angel sitting on his shoulder. And once again, BDS clean up, and they take down G2.
What a fantastic game, really. So much back and forth, so many cool team fights where both teams really showed how great they are at this video game. And ultimately, G2 had some chances of coming back, and they were close here and there, but BDS, that one play in bot lane, the outplay from Nuke, really sealed the deal.
Yeah, great play all round by BDS. Everyone did their job well. You can vote for your key player of the game at LEC on XP.
This week have been a little bit random,
a bit messy,
a little bit messy for sure, because everybody is getting back into the hang of things and getting back into their routines now that summer begins, and slowly a lot of these players and teams are going to start.
He lost about half his HP in extended trades. Closes on his way up. Finn has the all-out, obviously a get-out-of-jail-free card in certain situations. There it goes, though, and now he's lost that card. Closes on his way. Kana jumps back in. Hexa Golden Maiden will lock him up. Good Q3, but it's not enough to escape first blood to Closer.
And just like that, all of a sudden, the jungle lead, it's the classic. You create such a good jungle path. You're one step ahead the first 7 minutes of the game just for your silly top laner to overextend, hand over a kill, and all of a sudden,
Talked about the pick potential of an Enchanted Crystal Arrow.
That's a sneaky arrow.
Yeah, it's a very... Have it yet, and Upset yet to finish his first item as well. So Rogue will get the second dragon of the game. Grobs are up if they can get it. The question is whether Carmine Core can stall for long enough or even find picks as Larson dashes forward, has the Mimic Distortion, doesn't use it, may have already used the Mimic, flashes. There's the Emperor's Divide, Larson Mimic distorts away. And here comes Upset on his way. There's the Moonlight Vigil, Larson dashes across the wall, closes on his way for the chase as well. They want to give this kill to Upset, get the gold in his pocket. And in the end, it will do. Larson dashes in, but Upset secures the kill. You probably should be safe enough as the chains don't quite connect from Larson.
And right now we see the trades back and forth in top lane. Finn actually going for the all-in here on counter medic.
Yeah, goes for the all-out. The arrow hits as well. Come on form. The Greek sniper continues. Bot as well. He'll start taking down that tower. Carmine Core claim control
TP
over
flank.
the dragon. TP flank, as you say. Finn yet to TP. Engaged by Targa. Flashes away. TP in by Finn. Kana looking for that flank position. Hexagold made him a possibility. The arrow lands on upset a bit, and immediately he cleanses it away. The Drake secured. It's Vladdy who gets it. The hook going in as Finn is locked up. Larson looking for the damage, but Finn with a pathmaker on the backline. Hexagold made him immediately exhausted as Kana dives in. Finn somehow still alive, now taken out by Closer. Carmine Core get the Drake and get a kill.
Sometimes a really easier started it. Larson actually decides to stay top, pushes out another wave. They end up giving Dragon because they were late to the play.
To take, but this is one of them. They start up the Baron.
Hit the Baron, let's go.
Yeah, you just call him into the fight, right? Kana can TP, no vision for Carmine Core right now. Vladdy stepping across as well, doesn't have a control wood, does have a far side alteration, puts the soldier in the pit, and will Rogue stick on it? 2,000 on it, Closer dashes in, Vladdy gets it for the second time this game! Vladdy, the rookie, steps up and says, not today. This blue wall will not break, will not bend in front of you as Rogue once again are found wanting at an objective.
Oh, that killed me a little bit. Imagine 50-50 Baron after all this time. I just said 2 minutes ago we need them to be proactive. We need them to showcase us they know how to use a lead, and they do that, medic. On the other hand, of course, Carmine Corp, Takama wasn't base. Vladdy appeared with a ward, and him and Closer were able to burst.
Using their time as well in the bot lane. 50 seconds remain on the Baron, already 4,500 gold out of it. They're on their way towards their second win of summer in only the first week, matching the wins they picked in winter and spring. Zoe dashing in, Targamas looking for the root, staggering blows not in range. Glacial Fisher going down, but Upset very safe on the backline here. And Upset begins to open up. Red-white, let's fight, switches to green. And Finn has to dash away, but the go button has been pressed for Carmine Core as they'll take their second tier 2 of this Baron power play.
And that right there was a Rek'Sai. For a moment thinking he was actually the one playing Sejuani, going forward very aggressively. But
Larson gets Vladdy. Good pick on the rotation there by Vladdy. Finds one. Gets Vladdy's flash out as well, but Carmine Core used the time to push in the inhibitor tower and the inhibitor as well in the bottom lane. Baron falls off. Kana stays around for a second. The hook on Zoe, knocked back with the Intofos, but Zoe is now in no man's land. He's buried under it. Upset is on a killing spree, 3-0-1.
Great game for Upset so far, and the Ophelias definitely, and just very, very good.
Rogue have now is Larson jumping out of a bush with an Enchanted Crystal Arrow follow-up, or some sort of CC follow-up. There's the arrow on Kana, who tries to dash away with a hookshot wall dive. Hexagold Maiden coming out as well, but the Ethereal Chains will lock him up for the moment. Down to about half HP. The stack's not going to be enough to shoot him up as Comp finds the kill. Carmine Core began to react, but realized their top lane is already dead, and so retreat away. In the end, Rogue will get the pressure in mid to kick us off. Closer stepping in, Zoe dashes forward. The arrow only lands onto Targamas. Redemption coming out as well as Larson tries to dive in, but Vladdy locks him up. Marcoon on the back line goes in with the Praise Seeker, but it's not enough. Targamas down to half HP, but Larson short to follow to the grave. Marcoon and Larson already down. Zoe locked up into Hexagon and made him. Moonlight Vigil goes wide, but Vladdy gets a second of the fight. Finn dashing forward, but they just don't have the damage to get through Carmine Core. It's a triple for Vladdy, and earlier we said maybe it's a statement game for Larson. Well, Vladdy had other ideas. 4-2-2.
We saw it right here from KC once again. They're so good at playing from behind, so good at being reactive, and the fact that Rogue was never able to get more than a 1.5k gold lead, being in the position they were in, means that KC is to be feared this split.
Yeah, 2 wins in a week for Carmine Core. And for the first time ever, I will say these words. Carmine Core defeat Rogue in the LEC. And they're having their fun with it as Marcoon and Zoe respawn. But the Nexus falls and Carmine Core are 2-1.
Great game to watch. Great performances across the board. And more than anything, the individual performances were one thing, but they did it as a team. They had so good vision control, so good synergy between everybody. And this did not look like a team that just played their third official game together. They were on point.
Yeah, their synergy was great to see for Rogue. Obviously, a difficult loss because they had it. If they had managed to continue to find picks, if they had found cracks in the armor of Carmine Corp, they could have snowballed that game away from their opponents. But today was Carmine Corp's day, and you can vote for one of them in your Kia Player of the Game at LEC. Diego then just gets one reset from someone already being half HP from the equalizer, jump in, Jinx lock, so it's Varus mid lane for Frescow. Really thankful for your insight. We saw a couple of trades in the bot lane, a slight CS lead for Super and Alvaro. 15 CS to only 9. Now Trimby locked up for a second. Death charge, Dredgeline coming out, but Trimby has to flash. Super flashes in, and just in time we look to the bot lane as MDK are on the board.
This is a dream scenario.
Trimby on his way towards the top side as well. Alvaro trying to join up here. He doesn't know. Now he does as Trimby steps out. Spectral Maul for the stun. Dredgeline going in as well. Unbreakable Wonder has to walk through the tower to get here. Flash Bolt Breaker, and Trimby's only level 2. There's one. Alvaro able to flash away, but the dash in by Jankos gets him one. Now he resets. Unbreakable down, and Mirwin will fall with it as well. Spyro joins the battle as Heretics find 2 kills for Scowie. TP'd in, but is he going to be able to survive under this tower? Elio is trying to rejoin the action. Jankos has that Spectral Maul, but doesn't have a flash, and so dashes out. Heretics able to get quite a lot out of that top ward. Now, MDK obviously know the grubs have just been taken, so can kind of presume that Jankos is in the area. Elioya spotted first, hits 6 off the wave though, has that cease and desist. Immediately jumps onto Wonder, who can't get the equalizer down in time. Jankos trying to trade back in the Super Mega. That rocket just wide, but MDK find 2 in the top side.
The Dragon as Jankos walks back to top and helps Wonder push out. They now know that Merwin most likely will not have backup and still has no flash available, so they go for another play.
Yeah, Merwin's dead here. Equalizer, Heartbreaker, and Jankos dies! I think he could have just waited for the burn. Maybe a bit overeager from Jankos to make sure they secured that kill. Maybe not quite had the right timer on the flash.
To the play. Heretics seemingly have no idea what's coming because nobody is ready to react. Jankos is moving towards top from base, but he's going to be way too late.
There's initial CC into the stun, into the Unbreakable, and once again, Wonder doesn't have the chance to equalize the battle. Wonder falls again. The second time this game.
You can explode this gold lead even further. 2K already up at 12 minutes is really impressive, but again, we saw something similar last game. Rogue were not able to be proactive. They couldn't push the advantage. Can MDK?
Well, they're doing exactly that as they take down Trimby in the mid lane, overstepped. With a greedy route back towards the hyper carry, 80 carry in their hands. And they continue to control the bottom side of the map. Vault Breaker away by Elioya. Super still rattling away on that tower. Seismic shove, cease and desist. The point and click sends Jankos to an early grave. And MDK continue to find pick after pick after.
Top lane Varus now. Wow.
I mean, I look through builds. You can just build whatever you want on him, man. Like, I've got a Nash's, Ginsu's, Abyssal Mask, Blade of the Ruin. Mirwin showing just how powerful it can be. 4-2-1 in this game. But really, although we haven't talked about it much, Super is the man to look at. As right now it's Alvaro who's caught out. Glacial Fisher going down. Jankos takes the kill, but Super 2.4k ahead on this Jinx.
That's the synergy though. The moment Trimby...
No time at all because it's already taken by MDK. Is the Baron up in 4 minutes time. Vault Breaker channeled by Elioya. He looks for Jankos, doesn't hit him. Equalizer down, depth charge as well, but Super's not locked up on the equalizer. Dash in, cease and desist across the wall. The curtain's open. Alvaro blocks one with the Unbreakable, and Elioya's able to dodge away with the Vault Breaker. Out of the game as much as possible. Riftail put down. This will charge forward. Alvaro's going to ride it into battle. Just slams his face into the turret. The Weaver's wall down. Spyro on the wrong side of it, but can Valkyrie across. There's the tower falling. MDK take their 3rd of the game.
It's nothing.
It's a little bit of gold.
You have the choice between going to Dragon and getting aced or taking a top tier 1. I would like to think they made the right choice.
They're looking for more. It's Frescow tries to flash away, but the equalizer's down. Seraph's shield won't be enough to keep him alive. Jankos gets out as well. It's a tier 1 and a kill for Jankos still. Has that Kraken Slayer building up towards his next item. Hook onto Alvaro. The mind control strong today, it seems. Depth charge onto Super as well. Flash away by Alvaro into the locket, but he's going to go down first. Blackhead takes the kill. You do have double 80.
That's the point, and of course, with 1 minute and 30 seconds till the Dragon, there's still a little bit of time.
Wonder has flash, has the equalizer, and Elioya waiting. Equalizer down onto Frescow. Wonder pops the stopwatch. Trimby Coming in as quickly as he can, Seismic shove, cease and desist, but Wonder still living, and Elyoya now the target. Heretics start to collapse, death charge on the backline as well as Foscawi has to make his way out of here. No flash for him right now, but a good knockback with the Seismic shove will buy him another second. Elyoya thought he found the catch, but he was the one being caught. 20 seconds time, Wonder doesn't have that flash anymore. Mirwin looking for the flank position here with that Hex Gate. Flacker going in. MDK in the darkness. Where's Mirwin? Wonder will spot him. Chain of Corruption going down. Wonder puts the Flame Spitter out as well, but Wonder's the first to fall. Curtain calls, open up. Alvaro takes a little bit of it, but can Hexgate back out. Killer's been asked.
Recall and then start pressuring for real.
Mirwin, dredge line from Trimby. Depth charge up as well as they look for the chase. The hook flashed away from, but Wonder wants his vengeance as he comes in with a Flame Spitter, and Mirwin has no place to go. Stopwatch to buy a second, and Mirwin survives for quite a while. Equalizer down from Wonder. He's going to be locked up. Will Heretics look for more? Super gets excited as he manages to pick up the kill. And Euro dashes across the wall. Top laners down on either side. Mad Lions. The Drake begun. Second Drake of the game for Heretics if they can steal it. Third for MDK. Curtains open, Mirwin looking for the encore. Alvaro jumps into block. Still 7,000 HP on the Hex Drake. Mirwin takes another shot. Dredge line coming in, and Mirwin's down. Big. And once again, he's bent the bullet. Blackhead doing his full wanted impression here as he manages to curve it around Alvaro. The dive in by Elyoya, but it's Wonder that secures the Drake. Can Super have the time to open up? He's found one. Begins to get excited as Jankos jumps into the back of the pit. Looking for the damage off towards the side. Deadly Flourish doesn't land as Jankos is able to sneak his way through the jungle. Heretics get the Drake. For Scowie there. The setup from MDK, they have total vision control really. There's only one ward as Trimby steps in. Concussive blows will lock him up. There's the equalizer onto the back line. The locket, Trimby still hit with the Winter's Bite, and the arrow through his heart will spell his death. Now MDK start up the Baron. Heretics doesn't have an equalizer, do have a curtain call. The open on it, they got enough vision. Alvaro at a third HP. Mirwin on the front line for Scowie there as well. Stunned up with a Spectral Maw. Curtains open, could go for Alvaro, who steps forward. Super on a killing spree though as he finds one. Now he's going to look for the resets to get towards the back line and cease and desist. Elyoya trying to get in. They'll take down Blackhead, and it's only Wonder left. A quadra for Super as MDK finally realize who the real carry is.
And just like that, the game is gonna end Medic. Only Trimby is gonna come back alive to try to save his Nexus, but at this point, being 32 minutes in, the death timers are so long that there's gonna be nothing Heretics can do. I really like the turn here from MDK. They were so quick at just getting off the Baron despite it being low, turning on Heretics and giving them no chance to win the fight.
And the crowd erupts. For the first time this weekend, Koi have vamoosed as MDK secure their first win of summer.
What a beautiful finish to the game. The one fight where they finally set up the Jinx, where everything comes in place. And the puzzle has been finished for MDK. Great to see.
Great to see for them, for Heretics. A little bit disappointing, they fell behind in the early game. And they had a couple of really good fights where they were able to get, you know, a kill, a pick-off to start off. Blackhead, great credit to him as well for finding damage on that Jhin, even though he fell so far behind in the early game. You can vote for one of the MDK players in your key.